missing someone.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my Instagram followers choose my makeup. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, I really do recommend you do. I will leave it on the screen somewhere now because I get a lot of your guys' help when it comes to my videos. So last night I asked over on my Instagram, I put 2 products, I'll probably put an example on the screen somewhere of what I did. 2 products and I got you to choose from, so I put like 2 primers in and you had to choose which one you wanted. Most part they were quite tied, however some like won by loads. Each time I put products on my face I'll show you the options and what won. But yeah, I am really excited to do this. A lot of these products I haven't used in so long. If you know me, I'm such a light coverage girl, like I don't tend to wear much makeup, but today I'm going to be doing the complete opposite and I am really excited, to be honest. So yeah, without further rambling, let's get started with the makeup. Okay, so the first thing I obviously started with was primer, and I put a choice between the Ciate Watermelon Burst primer and the Bare Minerals Prime Time, and the Bare Minerals Prime Time did win by a fair bit. This isn't normally my primer of choice. I normally do choose the watermelon one, as you can probably tell because there's not much left in the bottle, but obviously I'm going to be using my Prime Time. I've just got a mini. This is just the mini Prime Time. I got it in a set for Christmas. I don't know why it's so washed out, but yeah, it's the Prime Time. I'll leave links to all the products I use in the description box below in case you're interested in purchasing them yourself. And yeah, I'm just going to put this all over my face as a base. I don't find this one actually like does much. Like, I don't think it makes my skin stickier for makeup. I don't think it holds the makeup much longer. It doesn't blur anything. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of this primer if I do say so myself, but clearly you guys are. The next thing I asked is for you to choose my foundation, and I put a choice between the Tarte Clay Stick and the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. Normally I'd go with the Bare Pro, however if you watched any of my older videos you know I used to be obsessed with the Clay Stick foundation, and the Tarte one did win by a fair bit. It was 64 to 36, so I'm going to be using that all over my face. It's really full coverage, this one, which I don't tend to go for, as I mentioned at the start. However, obviously I have to do what you guys said, so I'm just going to be applying this all over my face. I've got it in the shade Light Beige, and it's just like a stick foundation as it says in the name. I don't know why I look so washed out today. I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but I'm just going to be blending that out with my sponge. I go through phases of like using a brush or using a sponge. At the moment I'm really liking using my sponge. This is a Tarte sponge as well. I got this in a set. I don't know what came with it actually. I think it came with my concealer, like it was a deal, like you get the concealer and it came with a sponge. I'm so not used to seeing my skin looking this covered. My skin is like, goes through so many phases, like literally one day it could be so spotty and then I wake up the next day and it's clear. So I don't know if it's like, I don't know what it is. I'm trying to sort this lighting out. I'm sorry if I keep coming up to the camera. I'm really sorry I didn't do like much drugstore options, but I don't actually own that much drugstore makeup. If I buy makeup I tend to buy it because I hear a lot about it. Obviously you do hear a lot more about expensive products, and also like I tend to ask for makeup for Christmas, and obviously I tend to ask for stuff which I wouldn't want to purchase myself, i.e. expensive makeup. I actually forgot how good this foundation is. Look how like smooth my skin looks. If you watch my day in the life, which went up Sunday as you're watching this, you'd see that I purchased some new skincare bits, and I thought in this video I'd give you like a review because it's been a few days now since I've been using it, and I'm literally obsessed with the face wash. Like I feel like that's what's made the most difference to my skin. My skin feels so much smoother and it's just so much clearer, and I really do think it's that. I also I haven't tried the Boots cleansing balm yet because I'm using it by Emma Hardy, and I haven't tried the own brand moisturiser, the cucumber one. However, I love the Garnier, I think it's Garnier Hydration Burst or something, moisturiser night cream. I've been using that every night and I really like it. Same with the Clean and Clear moisturiser. I use that in the mornings and I think it's really good. I think that's pretty much my foundation blended in, and I forgot how much I actually like this. I haven't seen my skin look this like smooth in ages and I actually quite like it. Okay, so now that I've got a nice base, I'm going to move on to concealer. For concealer I gave you a choice between the Tarte Shape Tape and the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. There's a lot of Bare Minerals in this and Tarte, I've noticed. And the Tarte one by loads, I think it was about 82 to 18%, and this is my favourite all-time concealer. I use this in like every video, so I'm really happy about that. And my skin is actually okay, so I don't actually need to use too much of this. I'm just going to be covering up some like areas of like scarring from spots and highlighting and putting it under my eyes. And I'm just going to be blending that in with the Beauty Blender again. I tend to like put it on places which aren't going to crease, so like places I've put on my skin, and then I will blend that in and then do my under eye and set the under eye as I go. So like I prevent creasing, because I find that under my eyes is where it creases the most, which I'm sure is the same for most people. Okay, so now that I've like covered the bits which need covering, looking at my cheek, that looks really red. Obviously blush will make it red as well, so I don't really need to worry about that. I'm now going to go in with my under eye concealer, and then I'm going to put the loose powder. I gave you a choice between the Rimmel Lasting Finish, I think it's called, or Match Perfection powder, and Laura Mercier. And Laura Mercier won by loads. Obviously everyone loves this powder, so I thought that one might. I've got two on the go, like there's barely any left in both, so I'm going to have to like scoop as much out as I can, because obviously that one won, and I don't know why I gave that one option, because I knew there wasn't much left. But anyway, I've got to do what you guys want. So I'm just gonna put some dots under my eyes, blend that in, and then I will obviously use my powder, as I said. I like to, when I do eyeshadow, I like to take my concealer on my eyelids, so like it makes a nice base for my eyeshadow. And we are going to be doing eyeshadow today, which I haven't done in so long, especially like colours I'm going to use today, which I'm sure a lot of you already know what colours if you follow me on Instagram. God, I don't know if I've got enough powder to just set it. I really want to get a new one of these, because this is like my all-time favourite powder, the same with like everyone else, but it's so expensive. I don't know why it is so expensive. Okay, so now that's all like my concealer done, I'm going to go in with my powder, and I'm honestly so happy with this. I love using a powder foundation over the top of my foundation just to like add some more coverage. Choice between the Bare Minerals Bare Pro, another Bare Minerals Bare Pro product, or the Maybelline Matte Maker, and I am so happy the Bare Minerals won. It was actually really close. I was getting a bit concerned that it wouldn't win, however it did. So I'm gonna use a mixture between the Laura Mercier and areas which I know will crease, and then the Bare Pro on the rest of my face. Oh, and I'm not gonna be really going through my brushes, but if you are wondering, I'm using a Style Pro powder brush, and I used a Zoeva, I think it's like a luxe highlight brush, but I like it for under eye powder because it's like a really nice shape. My skin looks so good. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I've never seen my skin look this smooth, and I really do think it's the skincare. Once you find like a good skincare, I feel like it, one, makes your skin obviously look better without makeup, but it helps makeup go over the top so much better. The only reason I tend to go for like a tinted moisturiser over foundation is I don't tend to like to feel my skin products. I know that might sound really silly. Okay, so now that I've powdered the rest of my face and my face is looking really flat, we're gonna go in with bronzer, and I gave you a choice. Obviously I'm doing this as I go, like I'm looking on my iPad for the results, between Benefit and Kiko. And I wasn't actually too concerned of which one would win. However, at the moment I've been loving my Kiko one because I have been so pale, and that's a paler shade. However, Benefit did win. I'm not too shocked again, because obviously this is another like cult classic. I haven't actually got much left. I've had this since like I've started doing makeup. It's probably a bit too old to be putting on my face, however, like I will. And I'm gonna just be like bronzing up my skin, adding a bit of like definition. However, like I've got like no cheekbones, so there's nothing really to define. Don't get me wrong, I love this, however it's so like pigmented. I always find that it doesn't look very natural on my skin. I also find that the Kiko one's better for when I'm pale like now, and the Benefit one's a bit better for when I'm tanned, just because it is a darker shade. I know they've come up with like a light Benefit light Hoola, which I really want to try. I feel like that might be really good for like me when I'm pale, which is 99% of the time. Now that I look a little bit more bronzed and there's a bit more colour in my face, we're gonna go on to blusher. I gave you a choice between Milani and Bare Minerals. Again, I've got so many Bare Minerals products, I didn't actually realise just how much I've got, and Milani won by literally like well over half. And this is the shade Luminoso, which is another like cult classic, so that's probably why that one won. It is a beautiful blush, it's so like glowy. I'm just going to be putting that on my cheeks. I don't tend to put it on my nose, which I know a lot of people do. Sorry if I keep reaching over here, it's because this is where my brushes sit. This is just a studio brush. I just like to put it on my cheeks. I just don't like it on my nose. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it doesn't look very natural if you put it on your nose, because you don't flush from your nose. Do you know what I mean? Now that I've got my blusher on, I'm actually quite liking this so far. Fingers crossed the whole look looks nice. I'm going to move on to highlight. I gave you a choice between the Anastasia Glow Kit, and this is the that glow one, or the Balm Mary Luminizer, and Anastasia won again by a fair amount. This is one of my favourite all-time highlighters, so I am so happy that one won. I do prefer it to the Balm just because I don't think it gives me such like a casting line. I tend to just use the bubbly shade, which is like the second lightest, and then I'd use like Sunburst, the really like gold yellowy shade, on the inner corners and under my eyebrow bone if I can be bothered. Just such a nice glow. I don't tend to highlight on the daily just because obviously highlight is a little bit more like out there, but when I'm doing like a full face like this, I love highlight. Can you just see how much, I don't actually know if it's picking it up, but it's just such a nice glow. I just wish they had like a mirror in it because it's such a big palette for no mirror. Now that I've put it on my cheekbones, I'm going to put the shade Sunburst, which is the gold shade as I said, on my Cupid's bow. So as you know, this camera's picking it up. I am filming on my phone, which I'm sure a lot of you can probably tell. This is the finished skin. I feel like it looks quite nice. I don't know if the camera's actually showing it very well. Is that a bit better? Just glowy, and yeah, I'm really happy with my skin makeup actually. I'm then going to go on to eyebrows. Pencil on by a fair bit. I'm going to be using the Goof Proof brow pencil, and I am going to be using a bit of Gimme Brow and 24 Hour Brow Setter. However, I don't think that's really cheating because what makes it look different is the powder and the pencil, if that makes sense. I'm firstly just going to go in with Gimme Brow. I use shade 3. I just find that this like sort of shows you where I need to fill in. I'm such a Benefit brow girl. Like, I know a lot of people like the Anastasia bits. On the daily, I would normally just leave my eyebrows like this and I wouldn't even fill them in, but obviously we are doing eyeshadow, so I do sort of need like a bit more of a filler brow. But this is Goof Proof in the shade 3. I do tend to prefer the, I think it's Precisely My Brow, they're like the pencil, whereas this is like an angled. However, I have got the Precisely My Brow. However, I want to like use this one up before I start that. So I'm just going to be doing like hair strokes and just like making the shape a bit better. So that's my first brow done, and now I'm going to go on and do the other brow. I'll do it off camera because obviously it's the same process. You don't need to see that twice. Just realised I've been doing my eyeshadow and I haven't been filming, and so I finished my brows. I didn't really, there was nothing much I didn't show you, but I have started my eyeshadow. I used the shade Low Blow like all around my crease, and I've just moved on to using Cayenne, which is a bit of a darker brown. This one here on a Zoeva brush, and I'm just sort of taking that on top. You didn't really miss too much. I'm just sort of putting that on top but not taking it quite so high because I don't want it to be like too dark. Then using like a clean brush, so this is a Luxe Crease brush by Zoeva. I'm gonna be trying to blend that out a bit. God, I'm scared. I didn't put this on my story, however, I don't think it's cheating because it is the same shades. I'm going to be using a bit of Stila Rose Gold Retro after I finish doing the shades because it's like a nice red colour and I think it might look quite nice. I used to always do makeup like this. I don't really know why I stopped. I think I've got a bit lazy if I'm honest. I'm going to be using this beautiful Real Techniques brush. This is a base shadow brush. I'm going to be a rebel and put it in my crease. I'm going to just switch this palette just to steal one shade. I'm not cheating. I'm using the shade Journey, which is a dark brown mixed with Ember. This is the Tarte Must Have Clay palettes. You guys seem to love Tarte, so I don't think you'll mind too much. And just sort of put that on my outer corner, just like so, and then I'll just blend that in again with the Tarte, the Zoeva brush. Right, now I have like a clean base. I'm not going to faff around with a cut crease because we all know I probably can't do that. I'm going to be using the Zoeva, the Stila shade I showed you, and put that on the bare bit of my eyelids. I haven't used this in ages, so I'm so glad it hasn't dried out. Just going to wait for that to dry and then I'll blend it in. I'm busy. Now I'm going to be really careful because I find that if I blend it too much I get a lot of fallout and I take away the glitter. I'm just going to be going in with the shadow used at the start, which was Low Blow, and just sort of fading the edges. Wait for that to dry. And that is it for the top of my eyes. I don't think they're too bad. They're not the neatest, but for me it's okay. I'm then going to be taking a brush, funnily enough. I'm going to be taking this brow highlight brush, but I'm going to be using it for underneath my eyes. And I'm going to be taking Cayenne and Low Blow and just like smudging that under my eyes. And I think we are done. I'm now going to go back in with the highlighter. As I said, I'm going to be using Sunburst, which is the light gold. I'm putting that on my brow bone and a little bit in my inner corner. Now that I have done my eyes, we're going to go on to mascara. I gave you a choice between Too Faced and Maybelline. I was hoping Maybelline would win because I am sort of preferring that at the moment, but Too Faced won. I'm not too annoyed because obviously it is still a good mascara. I thought Maybelline might win because I thought that was slightly more known / more popular. Sorry I'm whispering, my boyfriend is on the phone next door, so I don't want him to really hear me nattering on about some mascara. So I'm going to be using my Too Faced Better Than Sex and putting them on my top and bottom lashes. Now I've got a little bit of mascara under my eyes, I'll get rid of that in a minute. And then the last, oh no, second to last poll, I asked for glossy lips or matte lips, and I think gloss won, which I am so happy about because I am way more of a gloss fan. However, I am going to be putting a matte lip underneath. Going to be using my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in London. It's my favourite all-time lipstick, but then I'm going to be putting a gloss over the top, so it is going to be glossy lip. It was 60 to 40, so it was quite close. However, I feel like gloss is more popular at the moment, which I am not mad about, so I'm going to be using that. And then my number 7 in the shade Pink Latte, which is my favourite gloss, over the top. I'm really shaky. I get that when I'm hungry. Does anyone else get like that? What's the time? It's only 12 o'clock, but I'm on my lunch. This would be the look minus the gloss. However, I'm going to be adding the gloss because I like a glossy look and that's what you guys want. I'm just gonna put that over the top. This is the lips. I love, this is my favourite like lip combo. I love like the soft matte lip cream and then that over the top, just because I feel like it adds a little bit more colour. And the final poll I put on my Instagram was for setting spray. I asked between the Smashbox, the primer, water, but it can be used as a setting spray as well, or the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1, and you guys came through and pulled out the Too Faced Hangover, which is my favourite. I like using the Smashbox as like a top up throughout the day. However, I love this as a setting spray. I used to use the Urban Decay, which is, I would say, is my favourite. However, this is the one I've got at the moment and I love it. I'm just going to be spraying that all over my face, just making sure my mascara is dry, because otherwise well, I'll panderise. But I'm just going to be spraying this all over my face and then I'll show you the finished look. Obviously it's still a little bit wet, but this is the finished look. I am so happy with it. I haven't worn this much makeup in ages and I actually love it. This is the sort of look I go for if I need to wear like a more glam look, if I'm going out anywhere, and obviously with different products. But you guys have made me fall in love with products I haven't used in ages again. Like I haven't used eyeshadow in so long and I'm loving it. Obviously I like the blush. I hadn't used that blush in a while. I've been using my Bare Minerals one. Foundation, I haven't worn foundation in ages, and yeah, I am so happy with it. I'm gonna show you in like more natural lighting. Obviously I am using natural lighting, but it isn't like directly on my face, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna move you to the window so you can see what it looks like in a bit better lighting. And this is the finished look in a bit better lighting. I am so happy with it. I think the colours look really nice together. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, leave it in the comments below any of the videos you'd like to see. Make sure you follow me on Instagram if you want to be involved in my videos, and I will see you all on Sunday with a new video.